My name is Robert Koontz, and my wife and I own the historic property, the Wilderness. We have 2 conservation easements with VOF on this property. I want to thank VOF for allowing us to present our thoughts remotely, since due to illness we're not able to attend your meeting in person. The Wilderness is a historic property that began with a land grant in the 1750s. It has been continuously farmed since then. It supplied cattle and food to Braddock and Washington during the French and Indian War. It has a home built in 1797 by the great Virginia Revolutionary War general. It is the headwaters to Mill Creek and provides habitat for numerous species of wildlife, including the endangered James spiny mussel. It has several orchards, numerous pastures and croplands, and is a family cemetery. When we purchased the property, we did so with the goal of protecting it forever. Putting the property into conservation easements held by VOF was a key part of our strategy to protect its many unique resources for future generations of Virginians to enjoy. At the time of our signing of our 2 easements, VOF assured us that as long as there would be a Commonwealth of Virginia, our land and cemetery would be protected. But please don't think that we're completely naive. We understand that the federal power of eminent domain can trump our goals and VOF's commitments if this pipeline is approved and eventually gets all the necessary federal approvals. But that doesn't mean that we're going to roll over and give up when Dominion draws a line through this property. And we certainly hope and expect VOF would be standing there with us, doing everything you can to fight this route. If you vote to approve any conservations or conversions before the federal government has approved this route, that's a surrender. It sends a clear signal to the decision makers that VOF is backing down. And that's true no matter what conditions you attach to it. And that message would be heard by others too. What landowner seeking to preserve land in Virginia would consider putting property in a conservation easement when it would be clear that VOF may too easily be persuaded to swap that land for another parcel? We certainly would not be able to recommend placing property in an easement, and we would very much regret our own decision. In the sunset of our lives, where we wanted only peace and quiet, we seem to be in a horrible fight to preserve our historic land and home from destruction. Worse, it feels as though we're by ourselves. But we haven't given up. We're more determined than ever to fulfill the commitments we made to the Wilderness, and we're merely asking VOF to do the same by rejecting these conversions. Thank you.